Welcome into another AZ Audibles presented by Venezia's Pizzeria. I'm Sandy Charles. Now, the NFL Combine is this week, so here at Sports 360 AZ, that got us thinking. Who would we like to see if Arizona had a high school combine? So for more, we bring in Devin Henry and Eric Sorensen, and we're going to talk all about this. You guys, there are a lot of players that we could name, so for time, we're going to keep it to 2020. Who would you like to see in a combine type format? Eric, we'll start with you.
Well, one thing that the NFL Combine likes is production at the college level. At the Arizona high school level, you'll be hard-pressed to find a more productive player at the 2020 class than Kevin Daniels, running back from Glendale High School. For his career, 5,000 total yards, 112 touchdowns. He was unstoppable. He even threw for 6 touchdowns. And when you look at his style, at 6'2", 225 pounds, he's already built like some NFL running backs, and he's a senior in high school. He is going to be unbelievable in Aaron Flugrad's offense at NAU. He's also a 3-sport athlete. He plays football, basketball, and also runs track.
I love that because I love to see how that helps them in the combine. And I love that you just gave some love to Glendale. I
gotta take care.
that.
I mean, usually he's the one
Yes.
that's taking care of the West Valley.
I appreciate
Today,
it.
I'm doing
Yes,
it.
yes.
So you're welcome.
Okay, Devin, Eric just gave some love to the West Side. So now who's your guy for the combine?
All right, well, I got just the guy. If I'm put on the spot, going over to Peoria, one thing that I love to see at the combine are dudes with great hands. And that's Javon Scott over at Peoria. Over 1,000 yards this year, became such a staple in that Peoria offense. A guy who is a go-to at the receiver position in 4A conference. Was just a fun guy to watch all year long. Could catch just about anything that Kyle Sanford would throw to him.
Both of you guys going on the West Valley. I love it. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go East Valley. I'm going to do Saguaro. We all know Saguaro, but there's one name that I didn't really hear a lot being mentioned last year, and it's Jalen Jeffers, senior, of course, 6'6", 260. I love seeing him as a junior. Big guy, athletic, powerful, but he can move, and you don't really expect that with that type of size. He can move. He's the reason Tyler Beverett was so successful, and also how they were able to create gaps for Keely Ringo to be able to running back this year. So next one, your second guy. Who's it going to be?
Well, it's time to give some more love to the offensive line. How about Cade Bennett at Notre Dame Prep? This guy is just a mauler. I mean, the best thing about Cade Bennett, number one, he doesn't just finish plays, he finishes blocks. He's nasty. Played all along the offensive line, also played along the defensive front for George Prelock and the Saints. Oklahoma State signee, don't be surprised if he plays early and often in Stillwater.
A group of people who I love to see at a combine are just pure athletes, and Shane Sunday from Pinnacle High School fits that description. Plays on both sides of the line, outside linebacker and tight end, a guy who, if it gets thrown to him, he just rises right up, gets that ball, a pure athlete who would be fun to watch in any of the combine challenges.
My second to last is Day Hunter out of Chandler, and that's because it was such a tease. He burst onto the Arizona scene for his senior year, and we got to see a little bit of him, but I want to see how much more, what he can do in the combine. I think would be the perfect place for that. And my last one is Jalen Early out of Millennium, so giving some love to the West Side. He's a quarterback, but now he's also playing basketball. They're in the run to maybe take state this year, and I love a dual sport athlete, and I love to see what they could do, how that helps in the combine, how it helps with speed and agility and jumping. I love that. And he wasn't just a leader on the field, but off the field too. If any of the players were hanging their heads, he was over there and he was pumping them up.
And great leadership skills because his dad is the head coach of
Yes.
Millennium, so the apple does not fall far from the tree on that one.
It really doesn't, You guys, this would be an awesome combine. I would love it to see this. Thank you so much for chatting today about this. For more, head to sports360az.com. This was another edition of AZ Audibles presented by Venezia's Pizzeria.